Hello, Bio Nation. I hope you are doing well today. My name is Matt Williamson, and you are watching Marietta College Esports. So today we have our Overwatch team back once again. This time they'll be playing against Marion Technical College as part of the Great Lakes Esports Conference. This is one of those matches that we were supposed to have a couple weeks ago, but because of spring break and other things, we had to get those rescheduled. So we're finally getting a chance to get that made up. So we will be starting up this best of 5 series in just a few minutes. So while we are waiting for that, let's go over a couple of things. So first of all, who is playing on the Overwatch team for today? We have here, I'm just going to go through the list. We have junior Austin Amash, XDU died. We will have freshman Jeffrey Dolby, Poodle Runner. We will have junior Bailey Matheny, Argo. We will have our captain, freshman Corey McFan, C4 Gamer. And we will have freshman Eric Schnegg, Juggernaut. And then, of course, we have our head coach, Derek Games. All right, I am still waiting for an invite to the lobby. I don't think the lobby has been created yet. So once we have that, we will get to it. So while we're waiting for that, let's just go over a couple of announcements, shall we? So first, we want to give a shout out to HyperX for being the official peripheral sponsor of Marietta College Esports. They have provided our facility with keyboards, mice, headsets, mouse pads, microphones, great quality. We're using one of their Quad-X microphones in our broadcasting room right now. Our students love the gear that's provided by HyperX. If you would like to check out your own HyperX gear, please be sure to go to hyperx.gg/MariettaES. The QR code is up on your screen. Screenshot, check it out. They have some great deals going on right now. I've purchased a couple of things from them, and I absolutely love their products. We also want to give a shout out to Over the Moon Pizza for their support. So every Tuesday they have their Marietta College night, which just means that if you're a Marietta College student and you go to their restaurant on Front Street in Marietta, of course, show them your Marietta College ID, and you will get a discount on food and drinks. And they'll have a Nintendo Switch available, so you can play games like Super Smash Brothers or Mario Kart or Mario Party. They'll have our matches that are streaming live on their televisions. Now, if you're not a Marietta College student, you can still go check it out. Let me see here. I got invited to the lobby, and I need to get moved to spectator. But anyway, yeah, we're starting into the lobby. But yeah, go check out Over the Moon Pizza. But if you can't go there on Tuesdays, go there anywhere anyway. They have some great food, great atmosphere. So we thank them for their support. Of course, we're always looking for more students for our esports program, whether you're a high school senior or a current Marietta College student. We do have varsity titles in Fortnite, League of Legends, Overwatch 2, Rainbow Six Siege, Rocket League, Super Smash Brothers, and Valorant. We have our esports facility here on the campus. We have several coaches, so we have our head coach, but we also have coaches for a few of our other titles. And we do have academic and wellness support. We do try to emphasize mental health for our students, but also we want to see our students succeed in the classroom. And if you're a high school senior or a college transfer, we do have scholarships available. For more information, you can go to linktr.ee/Marietta Esports. It has links to all of our social media channels, so please be sure to follow us over there for all the latest updates. And it also has links on how to sign up for a tryout if you want to. You can even, there's a form there, you can set up a Discord call to talk with our head coach, Derek Games, to learn more about our esports program. So speaking of scholarships, yes, that is correct. We do offer scholarships to be a part of our esports program. You do have to sign up for a tryout for it, and it's only available for high school seniors and college transfers who are planning to come to Marietta College in fall of 2023. It is a 3-step process. You would first need to fill out a recruitment inquiry form at bit.ly/mcrecruit. Then you would schedule the tryout at bit.ly/mcesporttryouts. And then you would join our Discord server at bit.ly/PioDiscord. The QR codes for all 3 of these are up on your screen. So you can screenshot, take photos, whatever you need to do. Our next tryout dates will be online through our Discord server this Saturday. That's only just a couple of days away if you're watching live. We will also have one more official tryout date on Saturday, April 15th. That is your last opportunity to get an esports scholarship if you are planning to come to Marietta College. So if you have been waiting for a while to set up a tryout, now is the time to do that. So please be sure to fill out the paperwork. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We'll also take a minute, just thank you all for your support. Thank you for your follows. Thank you for your subscriptions. It is the main source of our revenue to help keep our program up and running. So we do thank you for that support. Subscriptions are greatly appreciated. If you're not in a position to be able to sub, then please do not put yourself in any financial burdens. But if you do have Amazon Prime, then there is this thing called Prime Gaming, where if you connect your Twitch account to your Amazon Prime account, that gives you Prime Gaming, which gives you all sorts of perks, whether it's a free sub that you can use for any channel, or free games, or free in-game items, depending on it. But that free sub is definitely important, because you can subscribe to our channel, get all the benefits of being a subscriber, but you don't have to pay anything extra for it. Now, what do you get for subscribing to our channel? You get instant access to our VODs. We do upload our matches onto our YouTube channel a few days after the broadcast, but if you want to watch them right away, then you would want to be a subscriber. You also get access to our custom Marietta College emotes. You can see them on your screen right now. These are courtesy of our communication brand management department. We are working on some new emotes, but if you do subscribe now, you will get access to the current set. But we are looking at some more, and we're very excited for what's to come. I've seen a preview. I'm pretty stoked about it. But yeah, I have no timetable of when they're ready, though. But okay, it is looking like that everyone is ready. The first map is going to be Legion Tower. So we're just waiting for everyone to start. I think Marietta said that they were ready. So now we're just waiting for Marion Tech to say that they're ready. I'm going to double check here. Yeah, Marietta is ready. So once Marion Tech is ready to go, then we will get things underway. So we should be starting very soon. This is the time to hit those follow buttons, hit that subscribe button to help support our program while we're waiting things to start up. But now Marion Tech is saying they're ready. So just whoever's the party leader needs to hit the go button. And they did. So we're going to hit our go button to say, you heard it, we are in Legion Tower. But okay. So Marietta will be on the red team this time, and I'm going to guess that Argo is going to be tanking. He did that in yesterday's match, and that seemed to work very well, so I would expect to see Argo tanking, probably Portal Runner and U-Died at DPS, and Juggernaut and C4 Gamer at support, but we'll see. Maybe they'll change things up this time. Guess we'll find out in just a few seconds. And sure enough, that is exactly what we thought. We see Argo coming out with the Winston. Portal Runner going to stick with his comfort pick. Genji. C4 Gamer going to stick with Lucio. U-Dive bring out the Ashe. And Juggernaut is bring out the Kiriko. We actually talked to him yesterday after their victory over Concordia. And he was talking about how he hasn't played a lot of Kiriko, but the utility from Kiriko is very valuable right now. Meanwhile, we're going to see a very interesting brawl type composition coming out from Marion Tech. Yeah, using that Doom Fist to get right onto the point here and trying to get a boop off of Argo, and is able to do so. So we're going to see here that Landmine Pie is going to cause a lot of problems for the team. Two of the Overwatch players have already fallen, and Marion Tech is going to get straight to the point, and they will capture it first as soon as it unlocks. So now Marion is going to have to regroup, but they're going to have to find an answer for this Pharah as well. But Marion Tech will capture the point first. But we're seeing a lot of damage coming up. But Portal Runner is going to take down one. They're going to take down two. But he is going to end up going down. Oh, never mind. I'm trying to get my bearings correct. But Marietta is able to clean up. They just got to take care of this Doomfist, who's still on defensive mode, dashing around, but Portal Runner will take him down, and Marietta will start capturing the point, and they will do so. Marion Tech did get it to 25%. I cannot talk today. I've been talking all day. But now Marion Tech is going to be coming back. It looks like a little bit of composition change, bringing out the Reaper, but we're still seeing that Doomfist. But C4 Gamer is going to take down the Reaper, and Marietta is going to use this opportunity to press forward. You're seeing Portal Runner taking down one. Udai takes down one, but Udai will die. And we're just seeing a lot of damage coming out. But Argo on that Winston going to help push things off. And Portal Runner takes down Cassidy. So now Marietta does take the lead on the capture point. But we're going to see some fighting going on between that Doomfist and the rest of the Pioneers. But Marietta's going to fall back onto the point. Looks like Sound Barrier is ready for Marietta if they want to use it. But right now they're trying to collapse onto the Bastion, and they are able to do so. But Marion Tech is going to use that opportunity to recapture the point. Marietta gets it at 57%. And now we're seeing a bunch of ultimates flying around. We've seen the Kasune, we're seeing Bob coming out. Deadeye is going to be coming out. At least I thought I heard it. But now we're seeing a whole bunch of ultimates being used. But Marietta is going to take the point back. Marion Tech got it to 42%, but Marietta will get it. And now they're at 60%. And Marietta still has 3 ultimates ready to go. Primal Rage is ready, Dragon Blade, and Sound Barrier. And they already know that Marion Tech is going to rotate around. Portal Runner looking for that possible pick in that back line. Trying to get some damage onto the Bastion. And brings out the Dragon Blade. And we're just seeing people dropping left and right. A triple kill there. And we always see the Primal Rage coming out for Argo as well. C4 Gamer getting the boop onto Doomfist, and Argo jumped off the platform. Not sure what happened there. But now Reaper is going to try to contest. Meteor Strike's coming out for Marion Tech. And he's going to land into the platform. So now they're going to try to contest the point. Argo's going to take down Soldier 76. Actually, Portal Runner gets credit for the kill. But Marietta is at 99% overtime. But Marietta is taking down Marion Tech one by one. It's just the Doomfist that's left. And they do take him down and will get this first round. As everyone jumps off the platform. Alright, so Marietta will get that first round in a very strong fashion. There were some moments where Marion Tech was able to take the point, but we're just seeing the Pioneers coordinating very well, trying to get the picks they needed to, especially in the back lines. Despite the fact that the Doomfist was causing some problems for the team, they were trying to get picks on the supports and the DPS, and then they saved the Doomfist for last. But now we're going to see a composition change here. Udai bring out Soldier 76, but now Marion Tech's going to bring out the Reinhardt, it looks like. And also the May. So now we're going to see the team rushing over towards the center here. And then here comes Marion Tech. And we're going to see a quick pick onto Juggernaut by May. So that is going to slow down the Pioneers. Meanwhile, Udai trying to use that high ground as advantage, but with that Pharah going to put some damage out. But Udai does take down the Pharah. So it's almost like fish in a barrel down there. Getting another pick onto the Baptiste, and that's a triple kill there for Udai. Portal Runner takes down the Mortar, so it's just the Reinhardt's left, and Argo is going to finish him off. And Marietta is going to use that opportunity to capture that capture the point first. You got points, you got payloads, you got all sorts of stuff in this game. It's hard to keep track of what's what sometimes. Let's see, Marion Tech's going to regroup. Marietta taking some damage, but they're going to group back up as well. And now Marietta Tech is going to be, looks like, traveling right through that little bottleneck. But Marietta's going to have to fall back just a little bit. But it looks like Marietta is looking to rotate around. We are seeing the Argo in the back lines trying to disrupt. But we're seeing a 1-for-1 trade. But Portal Runner is going to take down the Zenyatta. Now he's trying to get some damage onto the Reinhardt. And we're going to see a pick onto the Reinhardt as well as Soldier 76. Argo just playing very well, getting that damage out. But I mean, everyone's playing very well. Points at 50%. And we're just seeing Marietta's just trying to delay as much as possible. We don't see any ults online just yet, but the point's already at 63%. But meanwhile, you died on that Soldier 76, trying to get some damage from that vertical distance. And since there is no Pharah this time, Udide's going to be able to do some damage, but going to use that natural cover so that Udide can't do a whole lot. And Marion Tech's going to get 2 picks already. But although Argo is going to try to jump in, gets slammed by the Reinhardt, and the Transcendence comes out for Ubel, and Marion Tech will take the point for the first time in this round. Marietta did get the point to 86%. And meanwhile, Udide is trying to get some picks, but trying to dodge everything he can. But we're going to see 5 ultimates available for the team. But you see 3 ultimates available, and that Shatter catches 1. And we're going to see Dragon Blade coming out. Portal Runner getting a pick onto the Zenyatta, trying to look for more. We're seeing Udide also getting a couple picks, popping the Tactical Visor, and Marietta gets a team kill. Marion Tech gets it to 29%, but Marion is now at 90. Now we're going to see Tactical Visor coming out for Obnoxious for Marion Tech. The Sound Barrier is going to be coming out, and the Kasune will be coming out. The Argo gets the pick onto several. Blizzard's coming out. It may slow down Argo. He is frozen. But the rest of the team is picking off Marion Tech. It's just a May that's left there, throwing the wall to try to delay as much as possible. Will go down. And I think Marietta is going to be able to hold off, and they will do so. So they will take map 1. So play of the game will go to Landmine Pie on that Doomfist, as we saw in the first round. Just getting some very quick kills. This is at the beginning of the map of the game, getting that huge kill onto Argo, and another boop off to Lucio. But ultimately, it was not enough. But Marietta will take that first map. But yeah, that was just very well executed by the Pioneers. Despite some of the picks here and there, but great composition coming out there. And credit to several things. I mean, first of all, Udide Beal on that top area, and Marietta Tech did not really have an answer for it. So it was just kind of free damage at getting those picks. We saw there both Portal Runner and Argo were charging right in and taking down several for Marion Tech. But all right, we are getting things set up for the next map here. So just trying to see what the map pick will be and the sides. So Marion Tech will get to choose the map, and Marietta will get to choose the side. It is going to be, I think it's hybrid? I believe it's hybrid. For as long as I've been casting Overwatch matches, you would think I would know by now what is the actual map order, but I do not. But anyway, we are waiting to see what it is, and it's looking like it's going to be King's Row. And I'm going to guess that Marietta is going to want to play on defense first. But we're just kind of waiting here. Excuse me. Like I said, I've been talking a lot today. Yeah, so King's Row will be the map. And Marietta is asking to be on defense. So we're just going to get all that set up. And then we should be good to go. Now they just need to fix the spectator stuff, of course, because otherwise the coaches being able to spectate the other teams would be that would be awkward, wouldn't it? Yes, it would. But okay, so just trying to get all the configuration set. I'm just watching here on my screen. I know you guys can't see it, but just making sure everything there is good. All right, almost ready. Okay, it's looking like we're just about ready to start. So we should be seeing the ready checks soon, maybe. Yeah, Marietta is ready. So now we're just waiting for Marion Tech to be ready. All right, everyone is ready. So here we go.
Now entering King's Row.
All right, here we go. King's Row, folks. A very popular map in Overwatch 2. and it was popular in Overwatch 1 as well. So with Marietta being on defense first, they are banking on trying to have a very good first round here, because if they can hold Marion Tech to a very small distance, then that's going to make things even easier for them going into the round swap.
Ready for battle.
All right, looking at the compositions here, looks like Argo's going to be bringing out the Reinhardt this time. Porter Runner going to go with Cassidy. We're going to see the same support composition with the Kiriko and the Lucio. I don't expect any major changes with that. But we're seeing from Marion Tech a Renatra coming out for the tank, and Moira as Moira Mercy here. So very interesting compositions with this. So we will see how this goes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
But all right, so the round has begun. Marietta is going to start moving in, and so will Marion Tech. So they do want to try to get onto the point very quickly. Marietta's kind of using that natural cover to minimize their damage. So the Moira does get very low in health, but does not end up going down. Actually, gotta make sure I hit the right side. There we go. Let's see, Porter Runner on that Cassie, trying to get some damage onto the Reaper. Has to heal back up. And just a lot of damage back and forth. The Reaper for Marion Tech gets very low, and so does the tank. C4 Gamer trying to keep those heals going, booping the Ramatra. But yeah, lots of damage going out left and right. And that's going to force Marietta back a liton bit. And Marion Tech is going to start taking the point. They got the first tick. But we're going to see 1-for-1 trades. Porter Runner goes down, but so does Ubel, but Juggernaut's going to fall. And we're going to see Marion Tech taking down the Pioneers one by one. It's just C4 Gamer that's left, and he's going to fall back. And Marion Tech will get that first checkpoint.
Stop the payload.
So Marietta's going to have to make some adjustments here, and it looks like they got a little bit split on the respawn as some of them died while Marion Tech captured the point. So now they're going to have to wait for those extra respawns, which is very unfortunate timing. And that's going to give Marion Tech a little bit more space to push through, but Marietta is going to try to push back. We already see a couple ultimates ready for Marion Tech. The Argo gets immediately picked off. And we're going to see the Bastion ult coming out for Marion Tech. Calling out that airstrike. But Marietta will dodge. Now we're going to see Bob coming out by Udai. Does take down the Ramatra. And they do take down the Bastion as well. So now Marietta's going to use this opportunity to kind of take possession of the payload. They can't really like capture it per se, but they will take it and force Marion Tech back. And that was only one ultimate being used. Marietta does have 4 ults still ready to go. Meanwhile, Marion Tech has 3 ultimates ready, almost 4. And actually, it's interesting, Landmine Pi swapped to DPS. He was tank in the first game, but I didn't realize that he was DPS this time around. And he swapped it over, to the Junkrat. Shatter comes out and captures several, but we are seeing the counterplay there by Obnoxious with the Death Blossom, and that was a huge play there by Obnoxious, avoiding the Shatter and just going behind the lines and just taking out 4 of the Pioneers. And now we're going to see Marion Tech just cruising their way, and they should be able to capture the second checkpoint. And we're going to see the Ramatra ult coming out, causing a bunch of damage to the team. And I think that ultimate is just severely overpowered. So now Marietta is kind of backs against the wall. Marion Tech has 4 minutes and 15 seconds to get this payload to that last point. And we may be seeing a potential play here up top with the Junkrat and Mercy. But right now we're just seeing Marietta's trying to make some adjustments. We see the Zarya coming out for Argo instead of the right heart. Kasune is going to start coming out. And Bomb's going to come out again. So that's already a couple ultimates coming out. Portal Runner using Deadeye catches the Moira. And Marietta's going to get 4 kills themselves. It's just the Reaper who falls to his death. So Marietta holds, but at what cost? Because they had to use 3 ultimates to get that win. Meanwhile, Marion Tech has 2 ultimates ready to go themselves. Now they got about 3:18 left in the round, so Marion's gonna have to win a couple more team fights if they're going to hold Marion Tech to this part of the map. We do see Portal Runner swap back to the Genji after using the Cassidy ult. And gonna be looking to try to take down this Junkrat. Gets him very low and actually does get the kill. Well, technically you died, got the killing blow there. The Mercy Res will not come out. And we're going to start seeing ultimates coming out. Portal Runner taking down to himself. The Mercy with the Valkyrie, just not enough to keep everyone alive. So the 3 down, that is going to force Marion Tech to fall back. So now 2 minutes and 30 seconds remain. 3 ultimates are ready to go for Marion Tech, although a 4th is just a, I'm sorry, yeah, 2 and almost 3. Marion still has Sound Barrier ready. I'm going to guess the C4 Gamer is going to save that for the next Death Blossom. Although Juggernaut does get picked off by the Junkrat, and that's going to give Marion Tech the opportunity to press forward. Going to go ahead and pop that Sound Barrier early on, hearing that Riptire coming out. And it still has not connected, but Udai just fell to the Riptire. So now Marietta is back to their point here. Less than 2 minutes remain in the round. And Marion Tech is closing in on the objective. Let's see. Cassidy does come out, but a huge ultimate coming out there for Quad Feed Taco on that Ramantra. And Marion Tech will take that round. So with that, Marion is going to have to get the payload to all the way just to tie it up and then go into overtime rounds for this map. But a lot of it came down to very well ult usage by Marion Tech, especially with that Ramantra ult. But even that 4K Death Blossom that came by Obnoxious, just going into the back lines and taking out everybody except Argo. I think that was a critical play in this round. So now Marietta will be an offense. We'll see what they decide to go with. So looks like Argo is going to be bringing out the Sigma this time. And Portal Runner is going to be changing things up. Maybe looking at the... well, with the Widowmaker, I'm guessing that's just going to go for an early pick. But we're going to see that Ramantra come out once again for Marion Tech. And that's a type of tank that I don't think Marietta has a good answer to. I mean, they have to shut him down whenever that all comes out. Marietta is going to rotate around. Portal Runner was looking to try to get a pick, but it's going to swap over to Hanzo. So another sniper play, or sniper hero for the Pioneers. Meanwhile, Marietta is going to try to rotate around. And they do drop down. So now Marion Tech was looking to try to collapse onto the Sigma, but not able to do so. Portal Runner getting a pick onto the Moira. And has to use the res to get Moira back up. Yeah, we're seeing that Portal Runner trying to get some damage as much as possible. Reaper looking to flank from behind. Meanwhile, the barrier does come up for Argo, but gets taken down very quickly. That Bastion gets so low in health and does get taken down by Portal Runner. So now we see Marietta trying to press forward, and we do see the Ramatra ends up going down, and now they're going to start pushing Marion Tech off the checkpoint. Portal Runner getting another pick, this time on the Reaper, and Marion Tech is going to retreat. So Marietta will capture the first checkpoint. And meanwhile, they are looking to buy as much space as possible. And Udine and Portal Runner get a couple picks themselves. We do see Marion Tech has swapped over to the far, looking for that pharmacy composition. And right now, Marietta has 2 ultimates ready to go. Argo almost has his Gravitron Flux ready. Yeah, still trying to put some pressure onto their defenses. So meanwhile, they're just going to continue escorting that payload over. But now we see Marion Tech looking to make a push. But Marietta has 4 ultimates ready. There comes Coalescence and the Gravitron Flux coming out. And here comes the airstrike and taking down several from Marion Tech. And that rock will almost finish him off. C4 Gamer getting the official kill there. I feel like sometimes the teammates kind of banter with each other on who actually gets the killing blow. I know yesterday there was a little back and forth between a particular boop on this map, ironically. But Marietta will continue to move the payload, but meanwhile, the rest of the team is looking to try to buy as much real estate as possible. They are not worried about the rising interest rates. They are buying all the real estate they can. Portal Runner Udine taking down 2 already. And Argo just looking to really press forward. And of course, Marietta does capture the second checkpoint. And Portal Runner getting a pick onto the Moira. And they still have 3 ultimates ready to go when needed. Meanwhile, it looks like the Ramatra ult is ready whenever they want to use it. And we're just seeing Portal Runner getting some big picks here, but Dragon Blades come out and goes the Kitsune. So ultimates are going to be used to try to counter the Genji, and Genji does go down. Mercy does get the res, so it does reduce the damage, but Marietta does have to fall back because that Dragon Blade did quite a bit of damage. So Marietta will group up. But now we're going to see Gravitron Flux is just about ready. Twin Drags is ready. Portal Runner gets a pick onto Soldier 76. So now they're going to press forward. That rock does get shielded by Ramatra's shield. And here comes the Twin Dragons and the Ramatra ult. But here comes the sound barrier. And Marietta is able to shut down the Ramatra. So now they're going to press forward with 3 of Marion Tech down. And there's that Genji going to try to get him under control. And C4 Gamer gets the killing blow. Actually takes him down with a punch. So it's just that Soldier 76. They're going to drive him off. So now Marietta is going to continue to push that payload over to that last point. They have 3 minutes and 28 seconds to do so. And they are just less than 2 meters away from it. While Marietta Tech is trying to... Oh, that's one way to do it. So great ult usage there by Argo, using the Gravitron Flux to lift everyone off of the payload, and that just allows it to just make its way over to the spot. Yep, great play there. But all right, so now we are swapping sides once again, I think, because it is tied. Marietta was able to get to the 3rd checkpoint faster, so I believe that means Marion Tech will be on offense first this time. They will have 1:35 to see how far they can get their payload. So we're going to see similar compositions from before. Interesting that Marietta is going to stick with the Hanzo and Bastion since they're on defense, but they are going to stick with it. Meanwhile, it looks like Marion Tech is going to be looking at Zarya instead of the Ramatra.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Yeah, see the Sonic Arrow coming out to try to see if there's any Widowmaker players. Not going to catch anything there. But now Marion Tech is going to start working their way over to the first point, using that Sigma shield. But Marion Tech is going to head straight onto the site, but just trying to use that high ground advantage. Portal Runner does get taken out by Landmine Pie, and now Marion Tech is going to start collapsing on the team. They're going to have to fall back. But we are going to see they're starting to get some ticks onto the point. Udine ends up going down. And Marietta's trying to delay as much as possible. They need to try to stall because the time is on their side, but unfortunately they're getting picked off, so they're going to have to just concede. But here's the reminder about overtime. Time is not added to the clock, so the clock continues to tick for Marion Tech. So if Marietta can win like 1 or 2 good team fights, then they will be able to stop Marion Tech's assault. So they are going to continue to put some pressure on, and we're seeing that Portal Runner swapped over to Tracer to try to go in and get some damage and then be able to teleport out. But still gets taken down by Hanzo. So Marietta's going to have to find some picks here. 10 seconds remain. But we're going to see the Kasune is available. The airstrike's about to come out, although Coalescence is going to be coming out for Marion Tech, but it's now in overtime. So as long as someone from Marion Tech stays on the payload, it will stay in overtime. So Marietta needs to try to find some picks. And here comes the Kasune, and now the Gravitron Flux and the Twin Dragons. But we're seeing that airstrike just took down 4 from Marion Tech, so it's just a Reaper that's left who does go down. And Marietta gets the team kill, and they will get the stop. So those ultimates just came up at the perfect time. They were able to dodge the Twin Dragons, use the Gravitron Flux to left everyone in the air, and comboing that with the airstrike by Bastion just to be able to do all that damage as they throw it to the ground. That was a great wombo combo there by the Pioneers. So now the win condition is set for this map. Marietta has 3 minutes and 19 seconds to get the payload to this spot here, plus possible overtime. And if they do so, they will take map 2. So now the question is, can Marietta pull this off? We are seeing a very interesting dive composition coming out for the Pioneers. We're seeing Argo on that Wrecking Ball. Udine swapping over to the Reaper. Portal Runner going to go with the Genji. So Marietta is looking to move quickly and just collapse onto Marion Tech. Meanwhile, we're going to see the Ramatra coming back out for Marion Tech and stick with the Hanzo, this time with Soldier 76. Yeah, a lot is going to be going on here. This is going to be exciting, folks. So let's see what Marietta does with this composition. They're going to be rushing right out, using that speed boost from C4 Gamer. But Argo's going to be jumping in very deep into the back lines, and Portal Runner is joining him to try to put some pressure onto the supports. And Udine's going to take down Soldier. They're looking to try to get the stop onto the Hanzo, and Udine's going to take down the Mercy, who did get the res off onto Mercy. But Portal Runner's going to take down 1 and 2 and 3, and I'm losing count how many kills Portal Runner is getting. C4 Gamer gets the killing blow onto Quad Feed Taco. And Argo's going to try to put some pressure on. Might be getting a little greedy there, but actually C4 Gamer is there to help. And Marietta is going to continue to get some ticks onto that first checkpoint. And they do get it. It took a little bit of time, to be honest, but they do get it. But now they're going to have to start moving this payload because they... Is anyone over there? Okay. Yeah, it's basically a 4v5 right now. Marietta is just trying to get kills and picks, but they gotta keep in mind, mines are already coming out but they're using this as a delay tactic. Portal Runner, with that, we see 4 kills already from the team. It's just the Ramacha that's left, gets knocked up and knocked out. So that is going to be a team kill, and Marion is going to continue to escort this payload, but just the fact that they won that fight when it was a 4v5 because Juggernaut was staying by the payload to let it escort. But we're seeing here, Argo and C4 Gamer are just trying to delay as much as they can. That way the payload can just continue to cruise along to the last point. We're going to see a Wrecking Ball coming out, Sound Barrier, and Coalescence. And we're seeing everything being popped. Double Death Blossoms, Rip Tires, Dragon Blade coming out for Portal Runner, and Marietta's getting pick after pick. Juggernaut's the other one that's fallen for the team, and it's just Wrecking Ball that's trying to maneuver around, but Portal Runner gets the killing blow there, and Marietta will take map 2 in overtime. Play of the game will go to Argo as the Wrecking Ball. So popping those mines. And to gain the knockup on the Ramatra. But yeah, the Pioneers will take that. It took a little bit of effort. They do get that, but it's very close, very back and forth. But we saw there, Marion just doing a really good job of buying space after capturing that first checkpoint. And just being able to just be able to delay and just give Juggernaut enough time to just keep escorting the payload so they're in prime position to take the map. But all right, so we are at match point and trying to see if there is anything going on here. I don't know if they're taking a break or not. I'm not seeing any calls either way. I'm trying to see what's going on the camera as well. That way, if anything is going on, I don't think they are necessarily taking a break. So we're just waiting for map selection, side selection. So once again, Marion Tech will choose the map for full-on escort. Marietta will choose the side. Just a programming note while we're waiting. There won't be any other matches after this for today. But tomorrow, we have both our Overwatch team and our Smash Brothers team having matches both at 7 o'clock. Because they're going on at the same time, we will stream the Overwatch match instead of the Smash. Smash community, we love you. We thank you for watching and cheering on our Smash team. But just to be fair, last week we streamed the Smash match in place of the Overwatch match that was going on. So it's only fair that we give Overwatch a little bit more screen time. So we will stream the Overwatch match tomorrow at 7, but we'll try to keep things updated with the Smash match. But then, of course, if you want your Smash fix, we got you covered. Because Friday, our Smash team will be playing again against University of St. Francis at 6 o'clock. And then on Saturday, our Smash team will play again against Mount Union. And they're already started. Oh my goodness, I was not paying attention. I apologize. But let's get over here. It is going to be Circuit Royale. Marietta will be on defense first. But yeah, as I was saying, on Saturday, we will have our Smash match at 11 a.m. against Mount Union. And then still on Saturday, at noon, we will have our Rocket League team playing against Anderson University. And I think I was just thinking about it, there might be one more Rocket League match after that, but we are getting close to the end of the regular season. But okay, let's talk about this game right here. It is match point for the Pioneers. Marietta will be on defense first. We're seeing that Sigma coming back for Argo. Portal Runner is going to stay on the Hanzo. Unite's going to be on the Ashe. And we're going to see that Kiriko Lucio support combo. That seems to be working very well for the team. So I would not expect to see any changes from them. Meanwhile, we're going to see, looks like Sigma coming out for Marion Tech. But Interesting, the Ana's going to be coming out this time, but we'll see how that goes. We shall see. Sonic Arrow comes out to try to do some scouting for Portal Runner. Marion Tech will start escorting the little race car there. Argo using that barrier as cover, but going to lose that barrier right away. So we're going to see that Farah trying to do a lot of damage from a distance. Interesting they didn't go with the pharmacy composition, but trying to find an answer for the sniper composition. But Udide is going to go down for for Marietta. And we're going to see that Sonic Arrow trying to be used, but Portal Runner is going to go down, and that's going to force Marietta to fall back. So they're going to have to regroup, kind of struggling against this composition from Marion Tech. See, the barrier is going to block that rock. But we're going to see Marion Tech going to capture this first checkpoint pretty easily, although it looks like Argo is going to try to jump down. Does get stunned by that rock. And C4 Gamer is going to get picked off. See the stun coming out onto Sigma. But so far, Marion Tech is just continuing to escort that payload without very little resistance from the Pioneers. They are struggling against this composition coming out for Marion Tech. So we're going to see Udide swapping over to the Bastion, trying to see if he gets a little more luck with that over the Ash. And now Marion is going to try to jump onto... And we're going to see the barrage coming out, but does get picked off, only taking down Portal Runner, so it's a 1-for-1 trade, but Juggernaut is also falls, so it's now a 3v4. Sound Barrier is going to come out for C4 Gamer, going to try to get a pick there, but the Gravitron Flux is going to catch 3 from the Pioneers, and Tactical Visor is going to be coming out and getting 2 from that. And Marion Tech definitely got an unofficial team kill, and they're just cruising along. So I don't know what happened with the Pioneers, but they have lost their focus and they are struggling. I don't know if they only got like 1 or 2 kills during this entire round. And Marion Tech now has over 5.5 minutes to get the payload to the 3rd leg of this map. Udide's going to get picked off, overextended. So now Marietta is being forced back all the way to the 3rd leg. And we're going to see a couple ultimates are ready for the Pioneers. Meanwhile, only Coalescence is ready for Marion Tech. So they're going to have to find a stun. They get a stun, but there's a sleep onto Argo as well. Gravitron Flux is going to be coming out for Argo. Coalescence is going to try to come out to keep everyone alive. And we're going to see Portal Runner swapping over to the Genji. Taking down the Phyra. And looking for more. Does get 2. Looking for 3. Trying to get 4. That's a 4K for Portal Runner. Is he going to get the 5th one? He will not. But that will stop Marion Tech in their tracks. But they still have a lot of time. Now, Marietta still has 2 ultimates ready to go when needed. And we're going to see the Ramatra coming out for Marion Tech. They've had a lot of success on that. But now we're seeing Pioneers getting taken out 1 by 1, and they're going to have to fall back. We see another pick this time onto Argo. The airstrike's going to be coming out for Udide. Throws out the 3rd one. Does some damage, but just not enough to get any picks. Although Portal Runner is able to follow up with it and get a pick onto Soldier 76. Barrage comes out. Once again, a trade there. And interesting how that worked. I mean, I don't know what got her, but okay. Now Marietta is going to try to push Marion Tech off the point. 3 minutes and 30 seconds remain. Now, Marietta does have 3 ults. Argo did swap over to the Winston. Takes a small nap, but he's awake again. But we're going to see that Ramatra ult about to come online. So, Marietta is going to need to find an answer for that very soon. He's going to pop it right away. And the Sound Barrier is going to come out to counter that. Coalescence is going to be coming out as well. Marietta is going to get pushed back. Ultimate has faded. But now Marietta is going to... They need to get onto the point soon. The Tactical Visor comes out, but Pioneers are falling one by one. We're seeing Dragon Blade coming out by Portal Runner, trying to take down one, but gets picked off himself. And we're going to see Marion Tech going to win that fight. But we saw there, Marietta was trying to get some picks from behind, but they almost C9'd the payload where Marion Tech was cruising along. Marietta panicked, had to get back to the point, and Marion Tech was able to capitalize that confusion. So they were able to take the third point with 2 minutes and 42 seconds remaining. So we're seeing that although Marion Tech is down, they're not out. They are able to make adjustments and just cruise along with a little bit of resistance, but not a whole lot. So we'll see if that momentum carries over while they're on defense. Marietta, once again, is going to have to get the payload to all the way to the end. Otherwise, we are going to go to map 4. And this is something you got to be very careful with, because when you're at match point, then you might think, okay, we got this, we're going to win. They might have Pioneers might have overestimated a little bit and got punished for it. And if you're not careful, that could result in a reverse sweep if you get too overconfident. So we are going to see kind of that dive composition coming out from Marietta to try to counter maybe any possible sniper plays. But I don't think we're going to really see that from Marion Tech. I mean, of course, there is the Ana. But we're going to see Marietta will rotate around in case there's any picks. So it seems like they have a pretty good strategy to make sure they don't get any early deaths. Although Argo is going to be jumping right in and trying to buy some space. Although Udine is going to get taken down by Soldier 76. And Marietta kind of pressed forward without escorting the payload. So I don't know what they're doing. They're just kind of very forward. I know they're trying to buy space, but Portal Runner is having to escort, but now he's going to start moving forward. Udine swap over to the Reaper. C4 Gamer gets picked off. So once again, Marietta is struggling a little bit, and Marion Tech is going to try to take over the payload. Now Argo is going to be jumping in from behind, trying to push Marion Tech off. Does fall asleep, but he will leap away. But everyone's just taking a lot of damage. Yeah, we're seeing like Reaper is very low in health. C4 Gamer is trying to get some heals and some boops. Portal Runner does get a pick onto Soldier 76, but Portal Runner does end up going down. And the problem with this composition is Marietta does not have an answer to that Pharah. But Marietta is continuing to move the payload a little bit slower, but I mean, as long as they get to the end, that's all that matters. But we do see Pharah does have the ultimate ready and looking for an opportunity to use it, and does get taken down without getting any kills with that ultimate. We're seeing Sound Barrier coming out to counter the Tactical Visor. Coalescence is coming out. But a lot of ultimates are being used. Primal Rage coming out for Argo. But he's going to get slept by Ana. Udine gets taken out from the back lines, and so will C4 Gamer. So once again, Marietta's pressing way too far and getting punished for it. So it's just Juggernaut that's left, and it's going to be an unofficial team kill for Marion Tech, so they don't get the payload to that first checkpoint. I think Marietta is getting a little too hungry for kills, and multiple times they're ignoring the objective. I know they're trying to get the space they need, but now they're going to have to regroup. They do have still Kasune, and a couple ultimates are ready to go. Now Graviton Surge is going to be ready for the Zarya. But now we see Argo going to be jumping right in. Marietta's going to try to dive on top. Kasuni's going to be coming out, and the Graviton Surge is going to be out. The Immortality Field will be used a little bit to help, but Marion Tech is getting the picks that they need. Porter trying to get one, but that is still going to be a team kill for Marion Tech. And we are seeing the momentum has completely shifted to Marion Tech's favor. In fact, Marietta only has 33 seconds to get to this next checkpoint. Otherwise, Marion Tech will take the map. So I was saying Udai looking for an opportunity to use Death Blossom. Tries the Wraith in, not able to do so. But with the fact that they have Dragon Blade, and we're going to see that Death Blossom coming out, but not getting anything for it. And we're going to see the second Death Blossom come out. The Porter Runner does get one with that Dragon Blade. But once again, Marion Tech is getting the picks that they need. And that is going to be it. Marion Tech will take map 3, 3-0. Play of the game is going to go to Landmine Pi for Marion Tech. So just that well executed, but Marion Tech will get their first for this best of 5 series. So we will go to a map 4. It is still match point for the Pioneers, but gonna have to be careful here because we just saw that it seemed like the team was getting very sloppy. They were pushing very forward, not paying attention to objectives, not paying attention to targets, and Marion Tech found a composition that is working for them. I mean, going with Afara, no one had any hit scan to answer to that, and Marion Tech was able to use that to basically carry it. So Marion is going to have to be very careful for a possible reverse sweep. It looks like it's going to be Esperanza. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation. It's a funny little doohickey thing underneath the C, so I don't know how you pronounce that. It's been a very long time since I've taken any type of Spanish, and I haven't taken any Portuguese or anything like that. But anyway, we're just waiting for things to get set up here, but it will be pushed. So it's going to be a matter of controlling the robot and seeing who pushes the robot the farthest. Yeah, we're just waiting for any ready checks. It looks like Marietta is ready. And here we go. So it is going to be push. Esperanza. Okay, I completely mispronounced that. Esperanza. Okay, that's how you do it. All right, so we'll see what composition Marietta goes with. I mean, we just saw how well Marion Tech played in map 3. Their backs were to the walls, but they found an answer. So now can Marietta find an answer? Otherwise, we may go to a map 5. And we have seen this story before. We have seen cases where the Pioneers were up 2-0, but then either started making mental errors or the other team catching their second win and be able to get the reverse sweep. So the Pioneers are going to have to be extra careful to make sure that does not happen here. So it looks like we're going to see Argo on the Wrecking Ball this time. Porter Runner going to be swapping over to Cassidy, trying to get some more hit scan for a possible fire, but looks like we're going to see a similar composition to what Marion Tech did in round 1, bringing out that Doomfist. But Marietta will start heading towards the robot with solo Marion Tech, and Argo's got to be careful. He's out there all by himself, so if he goes out there too far, he can get picked off, and it's going to go into the back lines. But still, he's there alone, trying to get some damage onto Landmine Pi on that Doomfist. And Porter Runner does get a pick onto Doomfist and actually gets a second down. And Porter Runner with the 3K, so they are going to capture the robot first. and they will start escorting. Actually, I think Portal Runner got a 4K. C4 Gamer getting the 5th there. But now we're going to see composition change coming for Marion Tech. Bring out the Sojourn and the Mercy this time. We're going to see Marion Tech have to fall back just a little bit, but continuing to escort that payload. Ash getting one. Argo gets another. And Juggernaut's going to be able to finish off the Doomfist. So Marietta will continue to just keep pushing that payload, or the robot, wherever you want to call it. Where is he? Oh, he's right there. Okay, there he is. So already getting to the first checkpoint. So now we're going to see, looks like they're going to bring out a Junker Queen to try to get some extra damage out. Oh, and Juggernaut is on the Moira. I was not even paying attention to that. C4 Gamer swapping to the Zenyatta. Maybe looking for some possible picks. But C4 Gamer is going to get taken down. Portal Runner gets one. And he actually gets two. And Udai is going to take down the Ana. And Portal Runner is going to take down the Mercy before getting the res off. So now they'll just continue to keep pushing that robot. But so far, Marietta is doing very well. Although Udai does get picked off by Sojourn. But Argo over here on that Wrecking Ball. Trying to disrupt. Throwing out the mines. Trying to get the knock up and the disruption. Pushing Sojourn back into that corner. And they do get the pick. Portal Runner's going to get a pick. Has Deadeye ready to go if needed to. And we're going to see Deadeye coming out, and they do get one. Although the Mercy does get the res off of the Ana. But they're continuing to push that payload. Or robot, or whatever you want to call it. And we do see Bobby is ready to go for Udine, as well as Coalescence for Juggernaut. Throws out the Dynamite, but not able to get it. Sojourn popping the ultimate. C4 Gamer does have Transcendence ready. But now we're seeing the robot was taken back by Marion Tech, and they're having to fall back. And we're going to see C4 Gamer getting picked off, so now Marietta is going to retreat. And meanwhile, Marion Tech is going to try to buy some space, but Portal Runner does get a pick onto the Sojourn. Dynamite goes off and does some damage onto Junker Queen. But we're just seeing everyone's all over the place. Coalescence coming out for Junker Queen. And a huge pick there by C4 Gamer to take down Junker Queen while using the ultimate. Portal Runner getting 2 picks, and now Marietta will recapture the robot and going to start heading over towards the the other side here. And we still see Transcendence and Bob are ready to go if the Pioneers need it, but they almost have their mines and Deadeye up. Now Death Blossom is ready to go for Marion Tech, and robot kind of stops moving because the team has stopped escorting. But now they're going to be fighting for control for this robot, swapping over to the Roadhog for Marion Tech. Bob is going to be coming out. Transcendence is going to try to counter that hook play. Udai does end up going down, trying to take down the Roadhog, but not a whole lot of luck there. In fact, we're seeing a lot of fighting going on. Obnoxious popped the Death Blossom and does get the win, so now Marietta is going to have to fall back. 5 minutes remain in the round, and that's the thing that's important about this. Marietta has a very strong lead with pushing that robot, so they don't have to get the robot all the way to the end to take this map. They just got to hang on and delay as much as possible, which is exactly what Argo's trying to do. Roaming around on that Wrecking Ball, trying to get some knockups, trying to use the shields. Just got to be careful. He's already getting antied and at half health, so he will fall back. But looks like he should get healed up. Sojourn ult is going to be coming out. Mine's going to be coming out for Argo. And You Died is going to take down Sojourn while that ultimate was available. And we see Hold Hog coming out for Landmine Pie. Tries to throw out the dynamite, getting a bunch of damage onto that Roadhog, but Roadhog is very beefy. But Marietta does recapture the robot, and they're continuing to put some pressure onto the back lines, trying to take out the supports, but Argo is going to go down. So now things are just kind of stalled a little bit. It's still 3 minutes and 40 seconds remain in this round, or game, I should say. So now Marietta will fall back. And at this point, like, Marietta doesn't really need to push the robot anymore. They just got to prevent Marion Tech from pushing. And Transcendence is going to be coming out for C4 Gamer to try to get everyone topped off. And C4 Gamer is going to get a huge pick onto the Roadhog, although You Died is going to go down. Marietta recaptures the robot and will start moving it back. Because here's the thing, with moving the robot back and forth, that eats the clock. So once again, Marietta doesn't need to really push the robot any farther, but the fact that they're taking the robot, they're escorting it, that's going to take time off that clock. So even if Marion Tech does retake the robot, well, it's going to take time to escort that robot all the way back to its point. So this is exactly what Marietta wants. They want to just use up as much of that clock as they can. Even if they don't even have to fight for the robot, they can fall back. Portal Runner is extremely low in health. And Coalescence is going to be coming out for Juggernaut, trying to keep Portal Runner alive. But once again, the robot's coming back just a little bit. That just takes time. Sojourn ult is up again. Although Argo is going to go down, Bob is coming out, trying to take down that Anna. Able to do so. Throws out the dynamite, trying to take down Troy. But we're just seeing there Ash trying to get some damage from the front back lines. Able to get some picks. The Mercy's going to get the res off. But still just eating up as much of the clock. The robot's just in the middle. And it's a 1-for-1 trades. They're already taking out Mercy, but C4 Gamer's going to fall. So it's a trade for the healers. And Juggernaut does get taken down, so now Marietta's going to have to fall back and regroup. A minute 35 remains. They still are up by over 100 meters. Well, now it's less than that. So now Marion Tech is continuing to push. So Marietta just needs to get some picks here. The airstrike is being called out. But that was by Obnoxious, actually, swapping over to the Bastion. And I'm losing track of where everyone's at. So everyone is just kind of all over the place there. Portal Runner's going to try to take down that Bastion. Has to fall back. Meanwhile, Argo going to try to use that Wrecking Ball to disrupt. And we're going to see several from the Pioneers go down. That's already 3 down. Argo's looking to try to get a pick, but he's going to have to fall back. So now Marion Tech will continue the push. But 35 seconds remain. So even if we go into overtime, Marietta just needs to win one team fight, and they should be able to secure this. But we're going to see Transcendence is available. Coalescence is about to come up. Although Sojourn's ultimate is just about ready. Portal Runner gets picked off. And we're going to see Marion Tech trying to get some picks there. Argo is going to get taken out. And that's not even with using Sojourn's ultimate. So now we're going to see it is in overtime. Marietta needs to find opportunity. And we're going to see Coalescence coming out as well as Transcendence. See if can Marietta get some picks. Bob is coming out as well. They do take down the Roadhog and the Sojourn. Mercy's going to go down. Mines are coming out. Everyone's pressing their Q. And that is going to be a team kill. Marietta will hang on to take the map and the match. Oh my goodness. That was just back and forth. Play the game is going to go to Portal Runner on that Cassidy. First taking down the Doomfist, then the Reaper. It's going to be that 4K, taking down Lucio, and then the Soldier. But with that, the Pioneers do close it out. But one, it was very back and forth, but the Pioneers were able to get an early advantage onto that map and then just use that to keep eating out the clock. With the robot going back and forth, that was just delaying more and more of the time. So Marietta was able to exploit it and get the win. So congratulations to the Pioneers. So it is customary whenever there is a win that we do try to interview one of the players. So we're going to take a quick break and we're going to try to see if we can talk to someone. So we will be back in just a minute. All right, and welcome back. I know most people who are watching the streams already know who you are, but for those who don't, go ahead and introduce yourself to everyone.
My name is Corey McFan. I'm C4 Gamer on the Overwatch team.
All right, so first of all, congratulations on your win. I know the GLEC can be a very intense conference, so how's it feel getting that win in the conference?
It feels really good. I'm going to be honest, it feels really good.
Okay.
That'll be our second win in GLEC this semester, so it feels good.
It's a very well-earned win. So let's talk about some of those games. So first map, Legion Tower, 2-0. You going up against the Doomfist, and he's able to get 2 boops off right from the get-go. So I mean, what is going on with the team at the time when they see that Doomfist?
Honestly, that was just funny. That was just really funny. I was, after Winston got knocked off, I was just asking for it. I was just standing there.
You just kind of stuck around and found out, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens. But you came back together. You took it in commanding fashion. So you got the 2-0 win on there. I mean, just very well executed. And even when I noticed, like, you had on Soldier in the second round being on that top side, and Marion Tech didn't have an answer for that.
Having Soldier up there was just like icing on the cake. We just sealed it off with that.
Mm-hmm. Then going to Kings Row, and that was a very back and forth. It was one of the few times that you guys have gone into overtime on that map. So what was the game plan, or what were you guys thinking of during all that? Just during that.
I mean, honestly, that map, we really just struggled with the defense. We didn't really have an issue pushing it on offense. It's just defense was a struggle for us on that map for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, you were able to stall them a couple times, but we definitely saw that, especially in that third leg, while you guys were on defense. But on offense, you guys were really gung-ho getting out there, buying space. You bought all sorts of real estate while the payload was being escorted, and it seemed to pay off by just getting that extra space.
Yeah, just take the space so they can't have it. I mean, it's the way to win.
Yeah, so you're at match point, you're getting the Circuit Royale, and then that happened.
Wasn't our map.
No.
Was not our map at all.
You think it's just because you're not used to that particular map, or was it a composition issue?
I think it was composition. That Reaper really did a number on us, and we were running Winston into it. May not have been the best idea. Mm-hmm. That, and they were kind of just doing better with like the coordination for that map.
Yeah, it seemed like with the Pharah that they had, you guys didn't have really any hit scan, so there really wasn't an answer to that Pharah. It was just kind of doing a bunch of damage from the distance.
Yeah, at some point it was just like, ignore the Pharah, save it for last, kill everyone else, and it just never worked out in our favor.
That happened. Well, that's all right. It happens. But then you get into push, and Forerunner was just popping off on the Cassie with the 4K.
Straight off the bat.
Yeah, and then you stole the ace, by the way.
Did I actually?
I think you did.
Oh.
Yeah, I think you did. But But still, you guys got that early lead and were able to take advantage of the mechanics of that map, because a lot of the times, like, you would get very far and then they would retake it, robot would come back, and that just kept using up the clock. So you guys did very well with utilizing the clock in that one.
Yeah, well, the thing is with push, the further you go, the more into enemy territory you go, and they'll have spawn advantage. So we could have pushed it all the way right off the bat if they didn't have spawn advantage.
All right. So anything you would like to say to everyone who's watching?
I hope you had fun watching us win for once.
Well, hey, you're winning in NACE as well. I mean, you guys are going to be in the NACE playoffs, second seed. So you guys are doing well. GLEC is a very tough competition.
I know, that was a little bit of a joke.
But speaking of that, though, you do have a match tomorrow with Anderson, which is another GLEC match. So what is you guys going to be your game plan going into that?
Honestly, I have no idea anything about them right now. So probably just about the same thing. Honestly, it's working for us. If it's broke, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, you guys have been using and that is one more question I'll ask, and then we'll finish up things here. But I noticed that you guys are kind of going with the Lucio Kiriko combination a lot for your support composition, and that seems to be working well for you guys.
I mean, Lucio is just my bread and butter. Honestly, it's my best character, and then Kiriko is just a necessity at this point. So.
All right, well, we'll see what happens, because we will be streaming that match tomorrow. So I wish you that. First of all, congratulations again on your victory today, and wish you the best of luck in your match tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, so that is going to be it for us today. So like I said, come back tomorrow so we can watch some more Overwatch. But in the meantime, for all the latest updates with what's going on with Marietta College Esports, please be sure to follow us on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Shoutouts again to HyperX and Over the Moon Pizza for their support. Thank you all for your follows. Thank you for your subscriptions. And we hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.